Good evening, this is Deniers the Human, and welcome back to Empire Total War. And you join me with Fire by Rank. Oh, this is excellent news indeed, and this means it's time to begin the invasion of Poland proper. Indeed, Warsaw here does have quite a lot of units in it. 10 line infantry, a couple cannon, some eventual cav, and some lancers as well. But we do have ourselves a full stack here ready to go. We're a little bit more experienced than their army, which is excellent, and a magnificent general, it should be said. Albeit quite an old chap, really. He would have liked to retired, but unfortunately for him, he doesn't get the opportunity to do so. So we're going to send this army over in that direction. Should be noted there are a few units over here in Prussia. We can't go and attack them because we're not at war with Prussia, but just bear that in mind, Thomas. So we're going to get ourselves a few units in the end turn, just to make sure that we've got a few extra men over in Vilnius. That'll be marvellous. We've got some recruitment to do here as well. I would suggest, don't know actually, we've got plenty of militia for the time being. We've got the general, so they'll be fine over there against this force. So let's not worry about that. Let's instead swing over to Warsaw. And okay, this is going to be a big old affair, but fire by rank, you must remember, is going to be a huge advantage. Basically triples our rate of fire. And demand surrender. They refused, hardly surprising. So they have themselves what they already had, but they also have 5 of their firelock mob, which obviously are not going to be too tough, but again, just numbers can be fairly effective. So interesting. In this part of the world, I'm not seeing trade routes. We can see a little something there. No. Yes, do that. So start sailing down, and we can see, okay, Spain, Genoa, and the Maratha Confederacy. Hardly surprising. Keep moving this direction. So that's Spain. Don't want to annoy them. Genoa and the Marathans will continue to shift across and just see what's what. Don't see anything over here. Does that mean that it's free? It looks free to me. And okay, there's Maratha. And there we are. We've got ourselves some lovely trade. 400 for our Indiaman. That's nice to know. Blackbeard finally killed. I knew nothing of dear Blackbeard, but apparently he is gone and gone, lost and gone. So everything looking good in this part of the world. That's excellent to know. It does say minus 363, which isn't ideal. We might well get a Governor's Palace here in time. Probably not quite the moment for that. Plantation. Yes, let's get the large sugar plantation sorted out. And that will be absolutely marvellous. Okay, we are potentially still going to have to make sure we just retrain 1 or 2 of these, just to be sure that there's no trouble. But we don't need to worry about that too much right now. Our focus is very much on Europe. Just in case you need a quick refresher, here's our situation. Westphalia, by the way, looking fairly strong over in Cologne. Plenty of development in the Rhineland, as you might well expect. They do have a few techs we don't. I didn't manage to get them to trade any on the end turn, but hey ho, we're still doing alright. We've got forces here, and this force, okay, half the army seems to have gone. It might be this, but the face-off is still there. The Prussians are starting to move a navy around. That needs to be noted because, okay, there's a lot of Prussians, aren't there? There's an awful lot of Prussians. I might need to start in the next few turns building a little bit of a navy to make sure we can crush any Prussian navy when we end up at war with them, because if I lose access to my port at Stockholm, I'm in big trouble, and they have a port right there. That's an issue. So yeah, let's bear that in mind. Start putting money towards some naval stuff. On which note, how are we on the naval tech? We have the naval shore facilities. That doesn't change an awful lot. To be honest, it just enables some more research. So yeah, the flintlock cannon is a little bit quicker. Wouldn't mind that. Seasoning, that's tasty. That's just a bit of upkeep and recruitment cost going up along with it. And yeah, a bit more speed at sea. We don't need to worry about the speed right now. So flintlock cannon wouldn't be the worst idea, actually. So yeah, Uppsala. Do you want to get on with... No, the flintlock cannon, 3 turns. That would be nice. Just a little bit of an advantage at sea wouldn't be the worst idea. In fact, yeah, seeing as we did finish the 5 by rank, it is worth considering what we can do from here. The socket bayonet would be a nice one in fairness, so we probably want that before we begin this war. That would just be a nice upgrade, and yeah, just kind of pushes us more and more in the correct direction. But for now, I guess we're just going to see what happens on the end turn. The only other thing of note is this annoying Russian rake who keeps burning down my land. Luckily, I've got a new guy. We're going to see if we can assassinate him. Intriguing, intriguing. The Polish are going to sally forth to take us on, and in some ways I'm not surprised because they do have a lot here, but I fancy my chances, and as far as I'm aware they don't have 5 by rank, and we do. That should be huge for us. In terms of cannons, we have 4 to their 2. In terms of cav, they have 3, we have 5, albeit that guy's a little bit damaged. General's on the weaker side, so yeah, these guys are a little bit stronger than us as well. Chargement at 25. Do not let the Lancers charge, damn it. But okay, a few extra numbers due to the firelock, but in general, I think we should have an advantage here. Let's head on in. Oh, this time we do have ourselves a proper star fort, which is magnificent. So we have a lovely little arrowhead at the front here. Obviously, part of the idea being your cannons can shoot at any particular angle where the enemy decide to attack, but we're not attacking because we're not complete fools. We'll let them come and attack us instead. So we have ourselves a fairly standard line over here, as you may well imagine. Lovely, lovely line infantry. We're in lines of 3 now because you're 5 by ranks, so we might as well do it in that manner. Looking absolutely resplendent. Beautiful dark blue and gold. We have ourselves some of our cannons over here. You guys might as well, yeah, get yourselves unlimbered and ready to shoot because they'll be getting themselves in range before long. That'll be magnificent stuff. And cannons can get ready to fire. I think I can hear some cannons firing over on this flank. We do have a couple in the centre, just to go with the traditional setup. But yeah, I've put some others littered across the line on this occasion. They're coming out of the gate over here, and maybe some at the front as well. Not sure entirely. Seem to be a little bit spread out, aren't they? I do have some guys in the forest here, by the way. You might have noticed some grenadiers, because why ever not? We can throw in some grenades and some of our, yes, regiment of horse as well. The weaker unit, but assuming they stay far enough away, it might be a good opportunity to, yeah, just sort of sneak in and do a bit of a flanking manoeuvre when the time comes. So we'll see about that, but for now, yeah, just these chaps coming on in, a few firelocks and a few very nice bright red uniforms. Soon they'll be smothered in blood anyway, so they picked the correct colour for this battle. And straight in the head for Steve, unfortunate, my good sir. And yeah, they're very much in range at this point, and it's not going that well. Yeah, it's not going that well. These guys are like not flinching at all though. Fair enough. These are professional forces at this point. Wow, that's a camera dive if ever there was one. Excellent work. And they are walking thoroughly into the trap. Did he just... No, I don't think he did manage to hold that one. Not at all. Okay, they are slowly walking towards us. It's going to get themselves in range of not too far off the canister, but we're still kind of working our way towards it. Elsewhere, there is a cavalry over on here, by the way, Thomas. Should probably start paying attention. Luckily for me, we do have double cavalry over here, and I also have some grenadiers that I completely left out for some reason. I don't know why, but apparently I completely forgot about this unit and left them out in the middle of nowhere. It's probably because I had a specific idea for some of these guys. Shoot them, please! Uh-oh, this is big trouble. Just try and charge out of the charge. No! Oh my goodness, they're going to eliminate them instantly, which is really unfortunate. Okay, go on guard mode. Cannon is actually shooting at them. At the very least, we'll take out those guys. Cannons. No, I grabbed a random unit. Don't get out of position. And now we're missing the darn fire over here, for Pete's sake. It's because I left a unit in a stupid position. Okay, regiment of horse. This is, well, we'll see if we get a good chance to chase them down. They're going to send their guys out. Come on, we really need someone to chant into these lancers. You guys, please, 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 please blast these guys if you've got the opportunity. Same with you guys. Some of them are galloping further. I'm going to send the horses actually to go and mop them up and just to give up that position. Okay, Lancers are going to hopefully die. We should have fire by rank, by the way. So, where's my fire by rank? Is this coming in next turn rather than this turn? It should already be here. What do you... Oh, for Pete's sake, now they're running off. Don't run off, you have people to kill. Kill them instead. I think at the very least the cavalry's being dealt with. Over there we have at least mopped them up. Unfortunately, we lost a handful of grenadiers. It's not as many as I feared, actually. So, let's get these guys running in here. And at the very least, they're going to do some flanking, which was kind of the whole point in the first place. You get yourselves over here. You get yourselves into there. And let these guys change over to canister. And they can pretty much pick their target, i.e. the target I'm telling them to do. This has started a bit more chaotically than I envisaged. Right, there's our shot. You guys going to kneel down and let the next row go. There we go. Fire by rank and kneel and kablamo. Oh, this is excellent. This is so excellent. And you can see here, they are not happy with it at all. Look at them loading their guns like utter nonsense. The lot of them. Utter gibbons. And, oh, they're actually going to send in some hand-to-hand into my cannons. That's unfortunate. But here comes the cavalry charge. And with that, excellent flanking has been achieved. Just hold on top of them for the moment. They're gone. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You get back in position. You cannons, get back to cannoning. There we go. Get on top of your cannons. Right, cannons are in position. Cavalry need to, like, get out of there, actually. Cavalry, you're not so important right now. Okay, what else is going on? They're in square to prevent from being dealt with by me. I'm going to go and get these guys into position instead and do a bit of a flanking manoeuvre. How are we getting on, by the way, guys? You should be getting some lovely shots away momentarily. At the front, are we ready? For some reason I put you back into 2 when you had to reorganise, didn't I? It's a bit of a shame. They're taking forever. Utter fools, the lot of them. Okay, we have charges into our lines. That's more the Lancers, actually, isn't it? Okay. Grenadiers, come and get these guys shot. That would be magnificent. And these guys are currently... Oh, fire by will... Oh, fucking Nora. I'm mucking this up. On this front, the Grenadiers are going to go throw into the square formation, which is obviously decided to give up on being squares. So anytime you want to throw in your grenades, that would be excellent. We're on 43. We've been shot down a little bit. Throw them in, sirs! Woohoo! In come the grenades and splody. That was absolutely insane. That was such a good hit. It's also really important when you throw grenades to be in the same kind of general formation, because then you should pretty much get a 1-for-1 kill on all these grenades. Oh wow, that was catastrophic. I'm going to ignore the rest of this battle, which doesn't involve our grenadiers being shot in the back right now, but it is excellent. 25, come on, throw the next grenade, damn it, we need them, don't reorganise. Okay, this battle's just a larger scale than I've been used to so far. Throw the darn grenade, Steve. Oh, for Pete's sake, they're charging now because they fancy their chances. Where are my cav? There were cav here somewhere. Cav, come and save the grenadiers. That was worth it, though, just for that one bit of nonsense, to be honest. I do some dragoons back here as well. You just start getting in. How is this battle going, by the way? Because I'm not paying an awful lot of attention to big amounts of it. Maybe infantry, yeah, you just kind of get into there. We have some guys to fill your space, so they can just run into position over there. And... yeah, more grenadiers, actually. You go and grenade them. Horses are just getting shot right now, which seems like not ideal tactics as far as I can tell. You know what? No, don't do that. Just shoot them. Go off that and be gunning them down. Thank you very much. As for this part of the world, oh my goodness, we actually have someone routing. That's unusual. Yep, you are also fighting hand-to-hand at this point. That's absolutely grand. We're generally winning the firefights here, but I'm just losing some units because the sheer size of the battle means I'm just missing tons of what's going on. So these cav can charge them down. These grenadiers are in big trouble. They just need to get back behind the line. This line is down to 7, so you just create yourself a line as well. Go take out those cav before they do any more damage. We should be winning this, but for obvious line infantry nonsense reasons. And grenades, clearly cleared off one guy. You can turn around and clear off the next guy now. They are broken, which is a bit unfortunate. Okay, we've kind of won one line and we need to just try and reinforce the other position now. Over on the other flank, the Lancers have joined the party. We've got another broken unit. Just shoot these guys if at all possible, my good sirs. Leave these cav out of it for a minute. Get these guys just to surround them. And there should be some... Oh, their artillery's arrived. Let's go mop that up, Mr. Cavalry. That seems like a job for you. The guns are shooting out those lads. That's them done. These guys need to be finished off. There's a few grenadiers thrown into them. The grenadiers have not fared well in this battle. It's a bit too open of a field for them, but we are generally doing the job very well. The battle is mostly done. Although my voice is largely dying now. Pretty much the only area where an actual battle's taking place is over here, and we just missed the grenades. Unfortunate, although they do seem to still just about be fighting. No, they're gone. Excellent news. Might send the general to mop up those guys, actually. I don't think we need him there too much longer. Get everyone else back into formation. There we are. The job is done. We'll clear as many of them as possible. We've lost quite a bit here, actually, but it's just yeah, the first time I've had such a big scale battle. I'm kind of caught out by the sheer scale of all this nonsense, but the job has largely been done. Well, there we go. I did kill twice as many as them, so we'll certainly be taking that, and that's most of them shot down, but there's still a few more to take out, so job half done. On the new turn, we do have ourselves a few more cobbled roads, which is excellent. A college over in Karlstad, which is also very helpful indeed. We have ourselves a brand new port in Iceland. Okay, this is good news. So we can do something with that one. Over here we have some, yes, naval recruitment as well. A couple ports already there. It's a major fishery. So farm over here. Oh yes, I've missed that farm when we've been doing the upgrades. Should I get myself anything else? I could get a shipyard because I'm actually kind of lacking shipyards, but I suspect our growth rate isn't brilliant here. It's actually 1%. Actually not too bad. You know what? A shipyard here isn't the worst idea. It can kind of work as a way of swinging boats across in several different directions. So we'll go and grab that. Excellent. Indiaman over in the Caribbean. That's perfect because we are, yeah, very much looking to keep sending these out. So we'll send you over here. And actually, let's continue with the East Indies. Why ever not? I did see that a trade fleet had arrived. And excellent. We have ourselves, yes, Persian, not pirate, Persians. Slight difference there, Thomas. But yeah, the Persians are over here. We're going to trade all of these delicious, delicious spices. Nation destroyed. The Pueblo nations. Okay. Well, nothing really to do with us on this occasion. That wasn't me who murdered anyone. I think my spy got interrupted by someone. And the gentleman pirate. A lovely, lovely picture, that. But alas, I don't need to worry too much about all of the piracy nonsense. Okay, so whilst we go and deal with that guy's burning down all of my Ukrainian farms, we need to go and finish off all of this nonsense. So, what are we looking at? Most of it's been dealt with. A few armed citizenry who are probably the first to run and probably the first thus to get away with their lives. Annoying, but it is what it is. So, if we go and head on in, what is left? Oh, they are very badly battered. I thought we'd mostly mopped them up. To be honest, I'm going to auto-resolve this one. We lost only 33. We'll happily take that. And with that, region captured. Excellent news. We have Poland. And in terms of our objectives, by the way, Ingria, Muscovy, Norway, Poland, Denmark, Sweden, just Brandenburg left to go. Excellent stuff. We have 17 out of the 15 we need. So there we are. We have ourselves another 32 years to take just this one final city. You know, it does have quite a few troops in it. Quite a few troops next door to it. And another, yes, enemy next door to that. So there might be a little bit of time yet. But, you know, all is absolutely fine. Now, on the note of the port I just built up in Iceland, part of the problem here is that I have trade import, I have fish import, I have fish import, I have a fish import. Obviously, they're all fish imports basically, which is good for our population growth and a bit of money, but I actually do need a shipyard somewhere, and I'm not sure that anywhere actually has a proper shipyard. Okay, here's the shipyard. I knew we had one somewhere. We want some sit freights, my good sir. It's worth trying to get a peace agreement with Poland because, you know, I don't think there's much more I really want from them, to be honest. They are incredibly insulted, so yes, they don't want any peace apparently, but, you know, we're doing a good job of punching them in the face, so maybe we'll just have to go and take Lviv, and then we'll offer it back, maybe. I guess it's going to be the plan. Also, this has Great Britain. When did that happen? Okay. Do they trade that for peace with Britain? I did not. Well, I'm glad I didn't invade that territory then. Poland, you're doing much worse than I realised then. Are you just down to Breslau and Prague? I think so. They are indeed. You really should be getting peace off me, sir. Okay, elsewhere, yes, we're going to burn down the college because we have to. Royal Observatory and the Great Parliament are going to be fixed up. We're on exempt from tax, but it's still -14. Not ideal, but they are going to have a new town in 3 turns, so I guess in the new town we'll build maybe a church, school, maybe a bawdy house. We'll have to replace this one anyway. There are an awful lot of agents in here, so at the very least they might scupper off somewhere. We'll consider assassination. I don't really want to be doing assassinating. It doesn't look very good. But we will at the very least do some spying and make sure we know what's going on in this part of the world. So a few extra troops lying around, nothing too much damage they can do to us right now, but yeah, we can't really do very much at this moment in time, mainly because we don't really have very much money. But okay, let's just see how things go on the next few turns, and we might be able to get some peace off them yet. But yes, when did this become British? How long has that been a thing? Well, there's probably not an awful lot left to do this term, but I might as well go and mop up this force. This place is going to be miserable anyway, so we'll see what damage we can do. Apparently we didn't want to cross the bridge because reasons. So, in we swing. And what is left in this force? They are actually full strength units. Okay, so that's well worth noting. I just brought along some of the slightly more fit and healthy lads into battle here. Right, so couple cav, we can shoot those down from distance. 2-line infantry to our 3, especially fine considering fire by rank. This will be fine, let's head on in. Well, for some reason they decide to send their cavalry out to this flank, which is fine by me. Why are you Oh, for Pete's sake. That was your moment to shoot them, you fools. Okay, well, at the very least, these horses are going to keep them engaged. You guys just pull out of there. Let's keep one of you a little bit fresher. And just shoot them if you can. Yeah, I think we should have both of my horses out of there at this stage because the gunshots will be raining in. Was that a weird... Looked like something flew across the screen then. Okay, cannons are indeed going to shoot on in. Those enemy horse are being shot. Those are some of those guys. And indeed, they're running away. Excellent. Maybe turn back and deal with the line infantry that are about to come in and shoot you down. Looks awfully like... Yeah, looks... Yeah, those guys are already shaken. That's fine by me. Okay, we can possibly take them out with the general in a moment if they're going to start wavering and fleeing. These guys are coming up on us at the front. Unfortunately, that particular angle wasn't good, but in general, it's fine. Go over to canister, please. That would be magnificent. Any canisters we can get in would be perfect. Get the cavalry back over here. Do we have a shot? Come on. Come on, canisters. I think they're just going to run anyway. Yeah, they're just going to run. Okay, all is good. So, these guys are going to shoot them down. Yeah, we've got them dealt with. Okay, over here we should have a little bit of fire by rank going on. So we got the back row right now. I think everyone's just reloading. That's unfortunate timing. Okay, I think at this point, yeah, we're going to get these guys into that position. Cav and Cav. You just get yourselves in the rear just to make sure that they don't feel too happy about this. These guys are about to get a lot of artillery fire on them, as well as these guys if they ever want to shoot. Do you want to shoot? There we go. Rank 1. Kneel down. Rank 2. Kasplat. And rank 3. Kersplat. Okay, and between those guys went down comically quickly. That is magnificent. Okay, these guys, can you stop what you're doing? Otherwise you're going to get everyone killed manically, I suspect. They're running through gunfire, which is interesting. I'm still used to putting these guys on ranks of 2, so we'll just have to slightly rearrange it for the 3, but to be honest, I think we've largely got this dealt with now. Get them surrounded, get the general in back over here as well, and we'll finish these guys off. And it's not looking good for these guys. They have indeed broken before we've got all these shots in from the angles, so I think that is all of this over. We'll continue to run them down, but oh, don't mean that. Someone else do that. We want to get the general in. So yes, off that, chase them down, and victory will be ours. More men then just mopped up in the field. We lost 66 to 312. That's a much better encounter for us. I know I keep saying that it triples your fire rate. Isn't obviously quite that, but I don't really know where they're retreating to right now. But obviously you can get 3 shots off to their 1 before they've even got their 2nd shot off, which is massively powerful. That's essentially what I'm trying to make the point of there. Okay, you head back towards Warsaw. No issues with that. We have ourselves, a number of rakes around at this stage. That's very nice to see. So, at this point, maybe we can start to move these guys across a little bit. You, sir, get yourself over there, and we'll start moving these guys next time. I think, yes, we've got a rake here. I've lost sight of the Russian guy, unfortunately, but he was in this farm last, so hopefully that's where he is now. It's a new turn, and I'm considering over here in St. Petersburg whether to build the dockyard. It would give us, yes, a 5th rate and 4th rate ship of the line as well, actually, apparently, which is interesting. I'm not sure why it's in its own little line, but hey ho, that might, I might say it requires technology, but I don't know. It doesn't seem to suggest it does. So it's a little bit bizarre how it's decided to display it, but maybe you can explain in the comments. Nonetheless, it will give us a few more options. Particularly Prussia are starting to get a fleet out. We are, of course, recruiting SIF rate over here. Pondering, to be honest, whether I should send back some of the ships just to make sure we're safe. I've actually sent in preparation for this war that's upcoming. We're just getting ourselves a few sloops over here, which is probably a good idea. I've also, sent myself the militia over to my port, because this is my capital trade port. And actually, you should probably always have someone stationed here. Now I've seen a boat, it suddenly made me panic. So, we've got ourselves a boat in this part of the world just to make sure, more boats. But we've also got an army here because it means they can't completely cause chaos, because we'll at least control it with our own troops should they want to cause problems. Their navy is currently out here doing its old classic stuff. They've got a brig, a sloop, and they've got another brig for their general. So they haven't got high level stuff. Sloops will be fine if we can bring along a SIP freight or 2. So 2 SIP freights, I'll feel very happy indeed. As for Poland, workers are on strike. Would you believe it? And I'm right to be worried about Prussia because they've just walked into the empty Breslau. I was going to use that as a bargaining chip, but I'm not sure it's going to be much Poland for any longer, because where is their army? They used to have a full stack in. Okay, it's time to spend all of my money on. By the way, Poland's actually almost okay. Time to spend all of my money on preparing for Prussia, because that's definitely about to kick off. Whether that fleet attacks me or not, we need to get this army back here then, not over to Breslau, and ponder how we're going to do this. Austria, we got this trade. We've actually got a border with them. I did get a trade agreement with Austria in the end turn, so that probably explains why that could be done. We've also got the British there. Why are they there? How are we actually getting on with this list is getting shorter. Austria, indifferent, -6 is not bad though. Okay, we can deal with that. We can work with that going forward. And if I ever have more money, I might start giving it over to people to get them to be on side. Can't see Vienna over here. It does. I was going to say it's on fire. No, that's just factories, dumbass. So, all right. You, my good sir, obviously you're going to go hang out at Breslau. Maybe we need to send someone slightly more this direction. There's the Polish army, who maybe were just wandering around to defend Breslau, but they clearly didn't fight by the looks of that, so that's interesting. Austrians have troops on the border. That's fine, they're still fighting each other. Letters of demand. As for the army over here, we're on -2 for now. Can I at the very least get the general in? How does that affect things? I don't think it's not like Rome anymore. Doesn't really matter. Cavalry can get in, and I'm guessing the other units can't. Because reasons. Okay, apparently they can. If I do it all separately for no well-explained reason. Just the artillery can't do that very last bit. That's fine. So with that, we're down to 0. Up to 0. That's excellent news. Warsaw has had its demands fulfilled, which is great news. And okay, we need to try and fix some of this up. There's about a turn from a town being built. We probably do want to get a church school. That's only 500. Absolutely get that down, because this is all Catholic around here. That is a problem. As for the orthodoxy around these other regions, yeah, I did build a church school ages ago in Russia, I think. I thought I did. Yeah, I did build a church school. I just haven't had any missionaries come out of it, which is rather unfortunate. Okay, professional witness for a Tag, Russian cult. Okay, that's one of my minister guys. No worries there. Yep, there's our sloop. New town emerges, which is the great town of Brest. Who can complain about that? We'll have ourselves... Actually, what? We are Orthodox, are we? No, we're actually Catholic over here. Of course, yes, this is Polish. So we're going to have a church school. Even if it's only a temporary thing, we'll do that for the time being. And, okay, more things going on. Aha! Our college over in Odense has been done. And Linköping has itself a weaver's cottage. This is good. Now, okay, we need to... Prussia are a problem because there's now no reason for me and Prussia to not be at war. Their colour is so similar to mine on this map here. Oh, it's only because I'm hovering over it. It is a bit darker than mine, but the white filter on the zoom in kind of makes it look the same. Okay, they clearly have a lot of armies. I'm hoping 5 by rank is a good advantage for me though. What I need to do thus is make sure we're in a good position. So, do I want a Dragoon? Actually, Dragoons can just help hold the positions, but these are pretty relaxed these days. We can't get good infantry over there. We can get some line infantry over in St. Petersburg, so we'll do that. We'll get ourselves some more artillery over there, although the artillery is not in bad shape. To be honest, the main thing that I actually need to be doing is to retrain the army here. That's currently badly damaged, so we'll grab a few of them and get them retrained where possible, but in general I think we're going to be out of money in a moment or two. Okay, that's fine. Do we actually want to make sure Hanover's safer? Possibly we do, actually. So yeah, take away 1. Actually, don't worry about St. Petersburg for right this second. Hanover is key. Let's make sure Hanover's got an extra couple men. Then we'll be in a much safer position. Okay, 5 of those in a defendable-ish position. Won't be... Well, we'll certainly do some heavy damage if they do want to come in. They do have themselves more navy here, by the way, Thomas. A couple more brigs. Okay, they certainly have the advantage right now, but we should be absolutely fine. Buried in vitriol. Interesting. An extraordinary tale to make the very flesh creep has emerged in Sweden. Men worked in a copper mine recently into a long disused tunnel and found the body. What? That proved to be a Fetmalch Israelitz, a miner who disappeared 42 years previously. I assume he's dead. When the body was brought to the surface, it was hard as a rock. Sounds dead. Notwithstanding the fact his former fiancée still lives, the apparently petrified body has been put on display as a curiosity. Yes, this is something that I find funny about, like the lots of Pompeii. When I went to Pompeii, people all crowding around the kind of classic bodies, and I find them just a little bit morose, to be honest. Like, I enjoy the feeling of wandering around the city, or the town of Pompeii or Herculaneum or any of those, Oplontis, whatever it be, and feeling like you're walking the same steps as these people who lived here before. But yeah, staring at the body is a little bit odd to me. Haven't seen the corpse of the renowned naturalist Carl Lynn. I know that name has suggested that Israelson's body has in fact been covered and preserved in oil of vitriol. Since the oil is now slowly evaporating due to contact with the outside air, inevitable putrefaction will now set in. There'll be some early signs of this already. Until this happens, the unfortunate Israel's body remains on display, despite calls for his immediate burial. Interesting. So yes, a vitriol discovery. Exciting stuff. Don't normally read it, but that was relevant to Sweden specifically on this occasion, so I thought we'd have a little historical peruse. But okay, we have some very interesting kind of end turns coming up with the likes of Prussia. If we can just get things repaired in the odd places and get our army rejigged, we should be in a good position, hopefully, if we can afford to fix anything, to hopefully deal with them in the near future. Admiralty, we don't need to worry about that at the moment. Okay, we got a few hundred left. I'll see what I can do with them. Lots of news on the end turn, but none of it is war yet. It's the first European census. Exciting times. Prussia has become the first in Europe to conduct a census of its people, checking exactly how many people they have to go and kill us. Quite what the Prussian people make of all this, and quite what the Prussian authorities intend to do with it, yes, get them all to kill me, is a subject of conjecture. No doubt taxation comes into it somewhere. Well, why else would you do a census? Plantations, very successful. Yes, nice big plantation. Excellent. That's magnificent news. That's some extra money coming on in. And yes, kind of noticed that, yes, we probably will need this to be turned into a trade fleet rather than a shipyard down here. So what I might do is just get a civ rate here, and then we'll change that over to a trade fleet as well, because at least that way we can kind of connect that up to the trade network. I'll check if that's how it works, but I did keep it here just to make sure we had the opportunity to get some of that together. Now, do I want to send this navy back? I'm quite tempted to, but there were actually some Prussians down south. So I think what we'll do, I don't know why I'm swinging my map there as if that's going to happen. There is Prussians. Yeah, there are Prussians right there. So if we swing ourselves back over to America, yeah, we can get our fleet together down here. Yeah, let's build one more actually while we've got the opportunity, and use it to make sure we knock out Prussia in this part of the world, because they could start causing us problems if I'm not careful about it. So yeah, let's go and make sure we're doing that. Recruitment report, lots being recruited. Specifically, yes, civ rates over here. That is good indeed. Get that over to, yes, Malmö as well. That's going to be a good plan. What else were we building? Another sloop in the Baltic. Yes, indeed. We won't worry about that news anymore. One more sloop, just to make sure we are prepared for all of that nonsense. As for our army over here, I think we want another cannon for sure. And in terms of the rest of it, yes, I've got myself a grenadier and a cavalry. I might do the same again, actually. Get a couple more. Get these guys sent down towards Malmö. And then hopefully we can get them over to Hanover to make sure we got a full stack there. Whether to defend or whether to go on the attack, don't really know. I don't really care right now. What I care about is this whole army getting itself retrained, and that was my entire available funds. But if we can pull that off, then that's what we need to do. Still exempted from taxation, but we are at the very least in a much better position in terms of holding this. Notice they are as close to my border as they possibly can be, with 3 full stacks. Oh dear. And where is the Polish army? I can't have noticed. Yeah, there we are. Okay, it's still there. Maybe get in your town, defend it. We have ourselves a new town of Schleswig. Is that it there? Yes, it is indeed. We don't have money for that after that retraining. And we also have Lucca over here in the very far north of Sweden. Okay, and a happy drinker. Well, there we are. It's nice to have the odd drink, but maybe don't enjoy it too much. Although the rum down here is excellent, in fairness. That's just lovely stuff. Okay, fine. Just gradually getting tenser and tenser with regards to our Prussian friends. Did I want another civ rate? I did, so actually I might have to scrap some things just to make sure I've got another 900 for that. Finally, we get ourselves a Protestant missionary. That's what we needed. And to be honest, you might as well hang out where you are, actually. probably better that we get you straight across actually into Poland. So yeah, let's do that, because this is the place that's going to be harder to control, and Prague is very much now with Prussia. Excellent. So where's their death? Nation destroyed, Poland-Lithuania. Excellent. Well, if only they'd taken peace when I'd offer it, they could have at least ended with peace. They ended with death instead. So 2 church schools are done, and one of them immediately has itself a lovely missionary. Excellent. Some local knowledge for the subterfuge of this lad. That's good to know. Can't find the Russian bloke anymore, though I can't help but notice they are on the border over there, but that's fine. The Russians have been fairly relaxed as far as I can see so far. More sloops, that's good. I think we're fine for the sloops now. Just going to have to, yeah, get our fleet back over here. And actually, we'll get you into this position. These guys can just hang out there. Actually, we have a few more, don't we? So we'll send them all over together to Hanover in a turn or so's time. They'll be able to all arrive there. That'll be an extra 2 cav and extra 2 grenadiers. So that's getting us further along the lines. The militia, this guy over here, can you get yourself, this guy's now the general. Get yourselves a general over here. Nice young lad, 40 with no traits. Fine. It will do. I saw the star on him, so I just thought we'll send him out. But no, Dragoons it is. So, yes, we at least have ourselves a general here. 4 more units, and that leaves space for 4 more. Fleet arrives. That's excellent news. Should bear in mind, are the Prussians over here? On this trade line, it says Sweden, Genoa, and Spain. Fine. Let's continue to trade together. We should probably have a good look at the trade tab, actually, because we are trading more and more things from around the world. And I don't think we're missing out on anything so far. We have lots and lots of ivory. We have a bit of sugar from Brazil, and we have our own sugar anyway. So possibly I could use those trade fleets better, but if nothing else, they're in position to deal with the Prussians in a turn or so. So, okay. I say in a turn so as if I'm about to attack. I'm not about to attack, but, you know, I'm just wary of it coming up. I'm trading furs. Yes, I should probably do something about the furs. They are currently the least expensive, or the least, you know, profitable, but I can improve that. Tea! Where do I get tea? Probably India, Thomas. Because there isn't really any China here, is there? No, but hey-ho, we can probably find ourselves some tea. That would be excellent. The East Indies are giving us lots and lots of spices, particularly things like nutmeg. So, okay, we're getting ourselves plenty of the good stuff here. We don't have tobacco, but I don't really want to get involved in that whole affair. New town emerges in Pinsk, which is lovely. And over here, I suspect we also need to change over the religion. So we'll just go with church schools for now. That seems like the sensible thing, at least in the short term. Lublin over here in Poland. And we're going to double down on church school. Actually, we should get a coaching in. Let's just get this under control. It's on 0 still, and we have other things we need to be spending our money on. Let's grab all of this and replenish what's left to be replenished. And it looks like, I think we've got them all under replenishment now. That's good news. On that note then, this is not a good force over here, albeit there are a few more in that area. This is not good for Königsberg in general because it's surrounded, but it is good if they want to make the first attack. So what I probably want to do is build up enough of a force over here whereby, okay, yes, you guys need to go and join Vilnius, whereby we can send the forces together to go and clear them out. So line infantry in Vilnius, just to make sure we have enough to go and mop up all of that. We can't retrain those guys, we probably should, but for now let's not worry about that. Yeah, so maybe we'll send the cannon over here. It's a straight road over to Königsberg, so that's a pretty ideal position. You are 53, sir, so you can do that. And our old general here, 69 now. If we need to replace him, we will, I guess. But for now, that's okay. We've still got 2 line infantry up here, albeit one not fixed up. But that's fair enough. Moscow, we're going to have to leave something there. So again, that will do for now. Over in Kiev, you know what? We probably can get away with sending more away from here because it's Britain who should be chill. And then we've got, the Khanate there. So I might be able to at least send these experienced lads over towards Vilnius. That would be quite nice. In fact, if I can send both... I don't want to send both. It is a bit of an invitation otherwise. Let's just leave what we've got there for the time being. But, okay. Spending my money on the retraining at this point. But pretty much where I want to be now. We've got a much better position for the Prussians should they want to come. Because, yeah, we're in a... Yeah, their armies are kind of swinging this way, actually. Possibly only because they were just mopping up, dealing with the Poles. But, okay, we'll keep an eye on it. I think they're still at war with Austria. They might well be. They are at war with Prussia. They are. Okay, that could be intriguing. How are Austria in terms of their diplomacy? They're allies with, actually... couple of my allies and at war with Prussia, Spain, France. I mean, they're at war with France, and I do actually get on with France. The thing is, actually, I couldn't get an alliance with France before because they were allies with Poland-Lithuania, but now we could be. Do I want to ally with France though? Because that can bring me into other wars. I don't really. Austria, on the other hand, are at war with Spain. Not sure why at this point. I guess they're kind of near Savoy kind of area. I don't know. Anyway, we could potentially get ourselves allied with them just because it will bring them in. But they're already at war with Prussia anyway, so I don't really see much benefits to it. But it's something to consider anyway. Good news, we have some explosive shells. Yeah, the research actually must have finished a few turns ago. What are we researching at Uppsala? Because I think I got so distracted by the war that I actually didn't pay attention to it. Okay, we are currently researching the seasoning. Okay, that's fine. Mostly upkeep for our naval units. +5 on the recruitment cost. That's fine because I've already done recruiting. And then I'll want to be upkeeping them. So that kind of works out nicely. One turn away from that. Karlstad, we are getting ourselves... cost from farming buildings. That's just an overall positive. That is good news indeed. So, yeah, we got the seed planting drill in a few turns. That's very nice. And in Odense we are... Okay, do we want to be researching the wedge formation? We will do a little bit of charging, but do we want to? Socket bayonet in 9. I think we'll change over to that in Uppsala soon enough. Sextant would not be the worst thing, actually. You know, what we're going for these... Yeah, what we're going for a bit of naval tech. Let's do that. We'll need to upgrade buildings anyway to get any further. So we need to bear that in mind. Yeah, Uppsala can swing over to the socket bayonet next, and Karlstad. We could do some more of these techs. I mean, I've just been focused on farming because we just need to grow. So maybe it will go to irrigation. I'm not sure if that's what we'll stick with. I'm happy enough with that for the time being. Our recruitment has slowed down now. We've just been getting ourselves ready. But this fleet over here, oh yeah, this is a bit better now. What I need to do actually is just check what is in their little fleet over here. Let's just have a little look-see. It's just an Indiaman actually. Probably should have looked at that sooner, but it's good to make sure we have some ships around. Okay, good. I might leave then. I'll leave one ship behind. This guy actually needs some repairs anyway. So yeah, we're just going to take you down south. Okay, down to Brazil. Don't worry about it, Prussia. We're just looking after our ships. That's all this is. We should probably check the other trade areas. I suspect there might be some Prussians around here as well. Prussia, 525 along this trade route. Is that because of here or something else? Italian states, Ottoman Empire, United Provinces, and that's the Crimean Khanate. Interesting. Didn't think they'd have themselves an Indian one down here, but I guess it makes sense they could send it all the way. So where are these Prussians then? Are they in the Straits of Madagascar? Because I'm not over here. Venice, Spain, France, Prussia. Okay. This is the other place then we need to get our boats. So maybe I need to be splitting those guys up actually. Maybe I need to be sending someone off in that direction. Fine, let's get ourselves naval recruitment. One more sloop over here, and then we'll get rid of that port. In the meantime, this ship freight can head over to Madagascar and go and conk them over the head. I know we just actually sent this guy to retrain. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. he's got a little bit of you only need a little bit of retraining anyway. He needs to sit for 8. I suspect they only have an Indian out there. Maybe actually we should have done that the other way around because we knew what we were dealing with in the other place, but it's fine. We've got that under control. Okay, we're shaping up for this Prussia war now, and I'll end my turn one more time. I suspect we must be near the end of time for this episode. I'm aware we kind of had battles at the start and it's been a while in between, but we are mostly where we need to be. Let's just get some men over to Hanover. If they don't start the war before too long, I will. So yeah, let's get these troops across. That's 5 more men. Actually, the militia just going to hang out in the port. That's fine. Yeah, send them down there. And we look like we're at least ready for this war at this stage. By sea and by land, we're in a pretty good spot for it. So let's make our final preparations. End of turn, see if they declare the war. If they don't, then next time we'll make those plans. Well, we do have ourselves a war, and it's not the war we were expecting, to be honest. It's Russia coming back, which, okay, in some ways isn't surprising, but equally, what do they hope to get out of this? Currently, I don't actually have a war. I don't have allies either, but yeah, I was their only trade partner, so what are they doing? Utter numpties, a lot of them. On the plus side, we have at least gained ourselves a new gentleman, which I'll absolutely have, so you can go and join the college in Uppsala. And on that note, I think we've done a little bit of work, haven't we? Oh, this nation destroyed. Oh dear. No! Not Westphalia, they're my neighbours. Supposed to... Right, let's come back to news. Wedge formation. Yes, let's not worry about the wedge right now. Let's worry about Westphalia. So, okay. United Provinces. That's not so bad, probably. I don't know. Oh, well, it is what it is. I did offer them an alliance once. They didn't take it, so it is what it is. We'll send these guys over to Hanover, and that puts us in a good position. Plenty of lads here. We've got some howitzers, by the way, so that could be good fun. 4 cannon, a couple grenadiers, a couple heavy cav. We've got a general, load of light infantry, got some dragoons as well. So we're in this fairly solid position over there. Trade agreement cancelled with Russia, yes. Probably because they're at war with me now. That makes perfect sense. We're in Lithuania, we're getting some more troops ready. And with those guys joining in, okay, we're not in a bad position. In theory, Königsberg could go quite quickly. I might actually go and squat my lads over by the border, actually. So we'll leave the 1 dragoons behind. We're going to go sit in our artillery fort, see what they make of it. And regiment horse, and some militia. So that should be pretty easy to bundle over. And that means the Warsaw army is free to sort of move in this direction. Shame for Poland, because I would have happily, if they'd survived, given them Breslau. And, you know, they could have lived with just one sort of tiny little sliver. But there we are. They don't get to live now, do they? Utter fools. Construction report. We have ourselves a coaching in Poland. That should be good news for this. There we are. We can get rid of the tax exemption, which is nice because I imagine that is going to be making us lots and lots of money. Beautiful. And yes, Berlin, Dresden, Prague, all looking a bit intriguing. They are squaring off against each other though on the Austrian border. That much is true. Fleet arrives. Okay, my game's starting to judder a little bit, which is interesting. So we'll just go and bring ourselves over here. That's absolutely fine. Don't think anything of it, Prussia. We're not doing anything to threaten you. Okay, as for everywhere else, Ivory Coast, we've already established we've got our troops there, but it's over here in Madagascar, isn't it? We should be arriving there next turn as well, so that'll be perfect. So yeah, it looks like they are not starting this war. We've got 3 Indian ships over here, but they should be safe enough. Yeah, Spain and Genoa. Okay, looks like they haven't started the war, but war is coming. Now I have to decide and figure out what Russia are actually doing, because quite frankly, what have they got? 4 line infantry without, you know, all the added bonuses that I have. Not really going to work out. I guess I can put a tiny bit of money into some troops here. Maybe. I don't know that it's even worth bothering with, to be honest. We've got, what, dragoons? We'll get ourselves a cannon. Why not? Get ourselves a demi-cannon and all of that kind of nonsense. But, yeah, there's not an awful lot I think that they can do to me anyway. The worst thing they can do is burn things down, and that's what's annoying about this. It's going to burn little things. I can do the same, but I don't really want to bother. So there we are. We'll see. Maybe in Total War, all we can ever expect is Total War. But for now, yes, it seems like this has been a bit of a quiet one since we've taken over Warsaw. A bit of mopping up, of course, of the Polish, and then they just completely kicked the bucket. So yes, before Austria, slip of the tongue, that's going to come up soon, isn't it? And we need to get them on side. Yes, before Prussia become too much of a problem, we are going to bundle them over. So we're ready to defend, I would suggest, at Hanover. Not too much attack. We're ready to knock over Königsberg. We're ready to posture from Warsaw over towards Breslau. Actually, just bundle over Breslau. That's probably the best land. Actually, there's Gdansk as well here, Thomas. You need to make sure you know what's going on over there. What's in Gdansk? Should really remember that exists, to be honest. Okay, over in Gdansk, how much do they have? Do they have enough to come and intercept this? Because that would be annoying if they do. I'm not seeing very much there at all. There's another army in the background. Okay, they potentially could come in and intercept, so we've got to pay that attention to that. Our boats are in position to just immediately go and swing over to theirs. So maybe we'll just leave one sloop behind just to mop up. But yeah, we have ourselves Admiral's sixth rate. We've got the Admiral flagship 5th rate. All of that lovely stuff. I thought I had an Admiral somewhere. Apparently not. I thought I did hire one, but maybe I am imagining it. Either way, no problem. We can bundle them over before too long. And there's still this army on this British ship and they're not doing anything. But I think we're in a good position moving forward, and we will see how that all goes next time. Probably won't be taking Berlin for the official victory, but the war of Prussia is definitely coming. And I think we've had just about all the preparation that we need. So I will probably be leaving it there. And by the way, we've also finished whatever else we were just doing. I can't remember what it was, but it was probably good anyway. I think it was seasoning. Right, I will leave you. I'm Thomas. This is Today's Sticking It, and this has been Empire Total War. Thank you, and bye-bye. Send in the camels, those shiny, smelly camels. Oh, the anarchy loosed upon the world, apart from over here where we're kind of routed. Stupidity got us into this mess. Stupidity will get us out of it, damn it. We'll have a last stand at some point, but it's not today.